everyone, welcome to my little makeup tutorial. It's not something that's super serious, it's a very casual sort of makeup tutorial. As you can see here, I'm starting off with just my bare face, and then I'm going to get into a little bit of building up some foundation as a base and concealer as well as a highlight. So I'm starting here with some moisturizer, and I'm just patting that into my face instead of rubbing it. Then I'm going to take this Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation, and I'm going to build up my base by using my fingers to pat it into my skin. I really like building up a base when it comes to foundation because it looks a lot better on your skin in real life instead of like crusty and dry or whatever. Essentially, I would just tell you to use as little foundation on your face as you can possibly get away with. Next, I'm using this CoverGirl concealer. I think it's called True Blend actually. I don't really like this one, but what I've been doing lately is mixing it in with my moisturizer to make it less dry on my face because it dries extremely quickly. So you have to move pretty fast to blend it in before it ends up looking all unblended and dry. I didn't do it this time, but generally that's what I started doing after I filmed this video because it was just so dry and hard to manipulate. So yeah, that's what I would recommend if you're having trouble with any sort of liquid foundation or concealer. I'm just focusing it on places like my forehead, under my eyes in a kind of triangle shape like most people do, on my nose just to create some dimension. I like bringing my concealer pretty high up on my forehead because I like the look of a tall forehead for me because I feel like it makes the rest of my face look a little bit smaller in comparison and more doll-like. So that's kind of the look that I really like to go for. Next, I'm using this You Can Be Spotlight palette. I got it on Amazon. I know it's dusty, crusty, busted, and all that stuff. Okay, listen. One time my little sister messed with it, and it ended up being all dusty, and I just haven't cleaned it since. And I know I should. I haven't yet. I'm working on it, okay? I'm not the perfect person. But anyway, I'm just focusing the color that I used there. It was kind of like a dark, warm-toned, almost pinkish brown, and I'm focusing it on the sides of my temples once again to accentuate the tallness of my forehead and try to make it look a little less wide. And then I'm using it on my cheeks. And then I'm dragging it down in a V shape on my chin to make it look a little bit more sharp. Next, I'm using this small, almost flat brush. It's a little bit rounded. And then I'm going to make a bit of a Y on the bridge of my nose, the top of it. I really don't like the look of a very thin nose bridge all the way up into your eyebrows. I think it looks really unnatural. So I personally like going with something that fits my face shape a lot better instead of trying really hard to change it into something that it's not. Next, I'm using the same color brown, and I'm using it on the edges of my eyelids and focusing it on my crease as well, just to make it look a little bit more lifted. I also like to go a little bit darker in the corners of my eyelids as well, and then I like to bring that into the contour of my nose. And next, I'm going to be smiling here because I am going to accentuate my aegiosal. I am apologizing for the pronunciation up front. I really love to do this because it makes my eyes look bigger and rounder. Obviously, I'm not the person to invent this. It's really popular in Asian countries, but I just like it because I feel like it works with my eye shape pretty well. Then I'm going to take this nice gold color and I'm going to put it in the middle of my upper eyelids, and I'm also going to bring it down and highlight my aegiosal as well with it. Now I'm going to use a brighter, flashier gold, and I'm going to put it in the middle of my aegiosal, right underneath my irises. It'll make my eyes look a little bit more round right in the center, which is really helpful if you're going for a bigger, rounder eye look. And I'm also obviously doing it on my upper lids as well. Then I'm taking a gold and I'm focusing it in the same spot where I put the other flashy gold, just to make it pop a little more, I guess. Now I'm using this Revlon Skinny Liquid Liner. Emphasis on the skinny, okay, because I have hooded eyelids, so if I make the wrong move even just a little bit, the eyeliner is fucked up. So I really like using a skinny liner. It helps me a lot more with the shape of the liner that I do. Another tip I would have for applying eyeliner would definitely be to make it thicker right above your iris, because it'll make your eyes look bigger. Now I'm using this brown liner. I kind of just use it all over my face. It's not really a lip liner or anything, but I use it to make my lips look a lot more shapely. Then I'm also using it as an eyebrow pencil. It's not really an important step to me. I just like doing it pretty long and thin. And then I'm also using it to connect the gap between my waterline and my eyeliner. Next, I'm using this JLB, I believe, lipstick, and I couldn't get it to focus, I apologize. But I love it to death. I use it like every single day. And I'm going to pat it gently over my lips and over the brown liner to make the liner a bit more blended and not so obvious. And I'm also going to use it as a blush as well. I really like using the lipsticks I use as blushes because I feel like it ties the look together a lot better than it would if I were to just use a random blush color. Now I'm using this Maybelline Color Jolt and I am going over the other blush with it and just patting it in. I love this one so much. I've used it over the years for like ever. And it's so pigmented that it lasts like super long. You don't even have to use a lot and it's just bam, like in your face. Well, of course it's a lip stain, but you know. Next I'm using this LA Colors lip oil. I love it because it's not as heavy as a lip gloss and it's a lot shinier, so you could just pop it over whatever you have going on and it's not like super heavy. Now I'm curling my eyelashes for the volume, of course. And now I'm using this Bambi Eye Mascara. I'm not sure if you've seen the commercials or not, but I love it. I feel like it works super well. And I'm just kind of curling it upward on my lashes and then making it tacky with the end of the wand. I really like doing that to kind of single out a few lashes and make them look thicker. Now I'm going back in with finishing touches with my eyeliner, just kind of, I'm not really sure how to describe this step. I guess extending it underneath my eyes. Now we're coming up on finishing touches. I really like doing thick black, whoa, that sounded like it was gonna be something else. I really like doing thick black moles on my face. I feel like it just looks super pretty and kind of Victorian in a way, I guess. And around this point marks the end of the makeup tutorial. Yes, I know my hair is messy, but it's not a hair tutorial, okay? Maybe I can do that next time. But yes, here's the finished look and me posing awkwardly because I have never done a makeup tutorial before. I understand it's not perfect and it's not even super, super accurate to what I do most of the time, but it's what I could do for this time. Maybe I'll do another one soon. Thanks for watching.